Churches across the country have complied with government guidelines and have suspended physical congregation as part of the measures effected to combat the spread of the coronavirus. Now, Parklands Baptist Church, Citam churches and all Cathedral are now using online sermons to reach their members. Elfas Elgat now joins us with a live update from Parklands Baptist Church. Elfas, good afternoon. It is the first Sunday since the government banned the congregations that is in churches and other worship centers of worship. What more can you tell us from where you are?
Well, Orandi, on a typical Sunday, you'd expect that all of these seats on this particular side of Parklands Baptist Church will be full to capacity. Parklands Baptist Church on a typical Sunday has between 5,000 to about 8,000 congregants. But that is not the case now, because churches have effectively suspended church services and instead now are resorted to using online means of course, streaming their sermons, of course, to their members. Parklands Baptist being one of them, where there is a live stream, of course, use of Facebook Live, Twitter, YouTube as well, and even the website of the church. Right now, what you're seeing, Orandi, are just empty seats. This is confirmation that churches, big churches such as Parklands Baptist Church, have indeed adhered to the directive and guidelines from authorities to ensure that they suspend congregation, physical congregation for that matter. Other churches, Citam Valley Road as well, All Saints Cathedral, Holy Family Basilica, have also some of the churches that have suspended mass gathering in efforts to combat the spread of the coronavirus. And of course, Orandi, this is not a phenomenon that we're just seeing in Kenya. It is an unfamiliar times, extraordinary times, of course, given the outbreak of the pandemic. And the upsurge in numbers have necessitated that government takes drastic measures. And going forward, I had a conversation with Reverend Ambrose Nyangao, telling me that this is a time for people to disregard the differences that we've had for a very long time, be it ethnic, racial, and even social status, that there is only humankind, that this is a time to be kind to each other, share food, rely on factual information, so that there is no this aspect of infodemic, where there's a lot of false information that are being circulated. And the message right now is for people to adhere to the guidelines given out by authorities, to social distance, to sanitize, and most importantly, stay at home, be kind, and also make sure that they avert any possible risk of being infected with the coronavirus that leads to the COVID-19 disease. Now, this is the situation in most of the churches. And going forward, churches are going to be relying on online streaming, use of website, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc., just to relay the message to their members. Now, Dr. David Oginde of Citam Valley Road has issued also a booklet to some of their members, and some of their take-home is that this is a time to refocus on what is really important, and that is being kind, exercising humanity, and of course, get some food. And if you're able to provide to your neighbor who is in need, this is a time to exercise that as well. So at the time, churches and even for mosque, this is the practice that going forward, their services and mass gathering have been effectively suspended until further notice, when this whole issue of pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic is effectively contained.